Hello, lovely women. So, I was going back and forth deciding on whether or not if I even wanted to touch on this topic. And based on the responses I've seen on this topic and not seeing anyone bring up this point, I just want to bring in another perspective. And once again, this is just my opinion. I do not know these people, but just from the information that I've gathered, this is not a content creator that I watch. I actually didn't even know about her until recently. So there is a content creator named Liz Wizard or Wizard Liz or something of that sort. She has a lot of followers, and a lot of people seem to really like her, right? And so she recently, from my understanding, just broke up with her fiance, and she's also 4 months pregnant. The breakup had to do with her fiance cheating, had to do with her fiance cheating, whether it was online or if he actually met up with the girl, I'm not sure. Everybody is talking about Liz being a high value woman. Everybody is talking about how she got played by her partner, right? And I have to admit, I feel like based on the commentary that I've seen, people are coddling Liz and fully putting the blame on Landon. Now, don't get me wrong, Landon dead wrong for what he did. However, at what point do we look at people and ask ourselves, are they really who they show up to be? You know what I mean? And also, too, how do we hold Liz accountable? And the reason I'm bringing this up is based on how Liz presents herself to the public, right? Just hear me out. How does a woman like that end up a fiance and pregnant in less than a year of meeting this person? How does that happen? We talk about how it happens from his point of view, right? We talk about his character. We talk about how he was even able to get in proximity to Liz, but let's be very honest. How was he able to get in proximity to Liz from Liz's point of view? What is it that Liz truly desired past everything that she presented herself as to the world, right? And cool, she handled the situation by not staying, right? Not sure if she's going to go back, right? Not sure, but as of right now, she made the decision to leave. I did read her statement, and I think at the very end, she said that, he lost big and I won big or something like that. And I immediately picked up that he is not only the issue, she too is the issue. And I'm going to tell you why. What did she win? No, seriously. What did she win? You got publicly embarrassed by a man you do not know, and you allow this man to impregnate you. So you're starting off this new chapter, a single mother, and here's the thing, you're not the first, and unfortunately she's not going to be the last. But I've noticed that we like to pick and choose when we hold women accountable in this particular scenario that seems to happen over and over and over and over again. And I find it very interesting when I look at the type of woman that Liz presents herself to be. I'm like, yeah, this all comes down to preferential treatment. It really does. And it's interesting how even other groups of women, especially minority women, cannot see where in this scenario where Liz should be holding herself accountable, and y'all accept that because she says she left her fiance, that's enough. But we're not looking at the deeper rooted issue. The deeper rooted issue is Liz's desires. Liz's desires of wanting to be a married woman and a mother by any means necessary put her in this scenario for her to become a fiance, and now she's going to be a mother. And that I'm not going to overlook. Y'all want to overlook certain things because of her accolades and accomplishments. And I'm like, okay, whether the woman is successful or not, women are going through very similar things with men. And so when I strip all of those things away from Liz, and I say she has a deep-rooted issue of wanting to make her fantasy come true, that it completely clouded her judgment. And I'm seeing women in the high value space who also claim to be high value said that, oh, well, high value women go through these things too, and da 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 da. The point I'm trying to get to is how? How? You get what I'm saying? Is she truly high value? And I'm not saying that she's not worth a damn. Of course she is. I don't get to determine her worth. What I'm questioning is, what is your definition of high value? Because a high value, now, and I can give this to Liz, maybe she's on her journey of becoming a high value woman. You get what I'm saying? And I do believe she'll be fine after this. But baby, she ain't fine right now. How could she be? You essentially allowed a fan to impregnate you and to essentially make you his fiance. This man was cheating on you the whole time. This man was a fan, meaning that he did not really care about the real you. How does a high value woman, how does that happen to a high value woman? Because sometimes I even wonder when y'all are talking about, oh, this happened to a high value man. I always ask myself, okay, how did that happen to a high value man? You're high value. So my definition of high value, I've come to understand, is not the next person's definition to a high value. I don't see how anybody based on this situation. And here's the thing, like, if Liz didn't have all of these followers and accolades, nobody would even care to make this a topic, right? But when I look at just a little bit of her content, I already got everything that I need to know. Number one, keep these men out your content. They're not adding any value to you. You're already there. I'm going to tell you where, I'm going to tell you what saved me, but also broke me years ago. We women have this desire to have our own family, right? And some of us women start off our life on that journey. Some of us women do not. It takes us a little bit longer for that to happen, right? And what I notice is during that time, as we are evolving and graduating or getting promoted or having all of these different other accolades in our lives while still waiting for the marriage and the kids, the family, and all the things, right? That desire becomes more like it becomes like this burning desire. Successful women have this burning desire to share their freaking life with somebody. They have that desire, right? So it's no different than somebody who maybe isn't all that successful. Maybe they're poor, maybe they're broke, right? They have desire for companionship, right? What I've noticed with successful women outside of SMEX industry work or whatever, right? Or anything categorized in that, is that they are getting played left and right, left and right, left and right. And successful women go into dating truly believing that they're going to have the same accolades of success in their dating life like they have in their professional life and everything else. And it is a rude awakening when they find out that they are not getting those results. One thing a successful woman needs to do is go to therapy or get some type of life coaching, some type of dating coach that is going to be honest with them. Don't get a dating coach to help you get married. Get a dating coach to help you get better in your dating life. And hopefully you'll have a good result. Okay? All of this boils down to women not really understanding men on a deeper level. Y'all, we don't understand the nature of men. We don't. Because if she understood the nature of men, and if she also understood when she made a decision to be as successful as she is in the manner where she is a public figure, she has not accepted the fact that successful women cannot be out here dating like successful men and get the same result. That is all I wanted to say. I'm going to leave it there. What are your thoughts? Is this something that you thought about as well? Do you think I'm dead wrong? Do you have something to add to it? Do you agree with it? Leave your comments down below. Like, share, comment, and I will catch you in the next video.